given that we were really on a flagship, like at the tippity-tip pointy part of the spear of a technology that is yet to be given to the public as a new offering in cinema. I mean, look, it's been developed for years, yeah, but this is the first time it has been done. It really felt exciting. It really, really felt exciting. We kind of gave ourselves license and an open ticket to create a world within the world. I mean, who's to say what's really at the center of the earth? I mean, unless anyone's spoken to anyone who's really been there, it's only been written about. That gave us license as storytellers to really create it. So we put in a mine shaft. We put in a facility that was still sort of semi-intact, that takes its audience on a roller coaster ride. And we've all seen roller coaster footage of, putting on the front and doing the loop-de-loop and everyone going, oh, like that. But I promise you, this roller coaster ride and films that term roller coaster is very often overused in describing films, but this film has a roller coaster ride to rival any other, I guarantee you. Being chased by a large albino dinosaur, I thought was exhausting. We were on massive treadmills, and we learned that we could actually run faster than the treadmill would go, so we were trying to not run in slow motion. So there's Josh and I, who's a really fit kid, and a young man, I should say, now. And I mean, he could run a 10K, and I'd be like sucking wind after 2 or 3, but we'd be like running as if for this dinosaur, help, oh no, what are we going to do? And then we realized we're at the front of the treadmill, and we could just sort of hop off. Oops! Like, Alice in Wonderland, backwards down the rabbit hole, they're born into this new world that they have discovered. And in this world, who knows what may be there? And then, once they think about it a little more closely, maybe this supposed work of fiction by someone called Jules Verne, who wrote about a professor named Leidenbrock in the book, maybe it wasn't science fiction, but actually more or less science fact. And knowing that everything in the book seems to be in the world amongst them and around them, they realize that they do have a situation on their hands, and maybe if they follow the recipe, if you will, in the book, they can find their way free of this. We went to a rock climb training facility just to brush up on proper ways to use our gear, because we really were hanging from it, and we had to watch out for each other very frequently. We were rappelling off of a set piece that was, I think it was pretty magnificent. It was shot in Montreal, and had a really high ceiling in the studio. And I think it was like 45 meters high or something like that. That's big, of a wall. It was bouncing down this thing. This is an experience that has to be had by going to the theater. It has to bring the group back to the theater. It commands an audience to be there to experience it together.